All right, let's dive into a topic that's literally all around us, but often feels like a giant, confusing storm: big data. We're going to take that chaos and turn it into crystal clear understanding.
Seriously, just think about it for a second. Every time you swiped your phone, clicked the link, sent a message, heck, even just walked around with your smartwatch on, you've been creating data. It's not some far-off concept, it's personal, and it's happening every single moment.
So when you hear people talk about big data, what they really mean is this massive flood of information. It's so big, so complex, and moving so fast that our old tools, like a simple spreadsheet, they just can't keep up anymore. It takes some serious computing power just to get started.
Okay, so to really get our heads around this challenge, experts have broken it down into 3 key areas, famously known as the 3 V's. This framework is absolutely crucial if you want to understand what makes big data so different.
First up, we have volume. And I mean, the scale here is just mind-boggling. We're not talking gigabytes anymore. We're in the world of petabytes and exabytes being generated every single second from social media, online shopping, and all those smart sensors in our world.
Next up is velocity. See, this data isn't just big, it's coming at us at lightning speed. It's like trying to get a drink from a fire hose. Information from things like the stock market or social media trends has to be processed almost instantly to be useful.
And finally, there's variety. In the old days, data was nice and neat. It fit perfectly into rows and columns. But now, most of it is unstructured. Think about emails, photos, videos, audio files. It's all this messy, complex stuff where the richest insights are usually hidden.
This quote just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly explains why tackling these 3 V's is so important. In today's world, gut feelings aren't enough. You need data to back up your decisions. So that begs the question, how did we used to do things, and why is that old way so broken now?
The simple fact is, the old way of analyzing data is fundamentally broken. When faced with big data, the daily routine for a lot of people has become a massive bottleneck for their entire business. And this right here, this is the painful reality. You manually export data, painstakingly clean it row by row, try to merge different files without creating a ton of errors, build your charts, and then you email a static report. And what's the biggest problem? The moment you hit send, the data is already old. And you have to do it all over again tomorrow. It's slow, it's full of risk, and it just doesn't scale.
So we clearly need a better way. The solution is to stop treating data like a manual craft project and start treating it like an engineered process. It's time to build a data factory, a fully automated assembly line just for information.
And this factory needs a specialized team. First, you have the data architect. They're like the master planner who designs the blueprint for the whole system. Then you have the data engineer. They're the builders. They're the ones who construct the automated data pipelines that get the data from point A to point B.
Now, what's so cool here is how this completely flips the script on that painful manual process. This modern pipeline automates everything. It automatically extracts data, systematically cleans it, transforms it into a useful format, and then loads that perfect, clean data into a central system ready for analysis. Every day, like clockwork. And this image really shows the ultimate goal. We take all that chaotic, raw data and we ensure its quality and accuracy. That's what we call veracity. This whole process filters out the noise to produce pure value, real, tangible insights that become strategic assets for a business. So, once this powerful data factory is up and running, we can start asking way better questions. We're no longer just stuck looking in the rearview mirror asking, what happened? We can finally start looking through the windshield to see what's coming. This is a really key distinction. Descriptive analytics tells you what happened in the past. That's the world of the data analyst. But predictive analytics, that's the domain of the data scientist. They use all that historical data to forecast the future, to ask questions like, which customers are likely to leave us next month? And that is why the data factory is so absolutely critical. A data scientist can't just work their magic on messy, unreliable data. No way. The clean, structured, trustworthy data that the engineers produce is the perfect raw material they need to build and train powerful predictive models. Okay, now we can connect all the dots. This whole sophisticated process, collecting, cleaning, and organizing data, is the essential foundation for the technology that is changing our world right now: artificial intelligence. At its heart, machine learning is really just about algorithms learning from data. When you can feed a model mountains of high-quality historical data from your factory, it can start to spot these incredibly subtle patterns that it can then use to make smart predictions or automated decisions all on its own.
And this isn't science fiction. It is happening right now, all around us. In healthcare, it's predicting patient risks. In finance, it's spotting fraud in real time. In manufacturing, it's forecasting when a machine is going to fail before it happens. And in retail, it's the engine behind all those product recommendations we see every single day.
So, as we wrap up, it's really clear that mastering your data is no longer just a technical job for the IT team. It has become the core competitive advantage for any organization that wants to thrive today.
Let's recap the whole journey. We started with the chaos of big data, defined by its massive volume, incredible velocity, and messy variety. We saw that the old manual ways are just a recipe for failure, and that the solution is a data factory that automates the whole pipeline. And finally, we saw how this clean, organized data becomes the essential fuel for everything from basic reports to the most advanced artificial intelligence.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question. Every click, every transaction, every single interaction inside your organization is part of a larger story. The real question is, have you built the tools you need to actually listen to it?